We're going to take another look at some more inherited disorders, including cystic fibrosis. So, we can use the knowledge that cystic fibrosis is caused by a recessive allele to work out the allele combinations of each individual in a family tree. So if one of the offspring of parents is a sufferer and neither of the parents are sufferers, we can work out the following. We will know that the offspring must have two recessive alleles in order to suffer, because cystic fibrosis is caused by a recessive allele, and a recessive allele is only expressed if the person has two copies of that allele. So if the parents are non-sufferers, they must at least have one of the dominant non-recessive alleles each. If either parent were homozygote dominant, which meant they had two copies of the dominant allele, then the child would not be a sufferer, because they would have one of those copies from that parent. So that means we can work out that the parents must both be heterozygotes for the cystic fibrosis allele, which means they have one recessive and one dominant allele each. Polydactyly is also a disorder where the sufferer has extra fingers or toes, and this is an inherited disorder. But this is caused by a dominant allele. So this means that if there is one suffering parent and one non-suffering parent, then the offspring will have 50% chance that they have extra toes or fingers. So this is because the suffering parent, for example, if they are heterozygote, this means that they have one dominant allele, and because they have the dominant allele, it means that they have polydactyly. And if they have a non-suffering parent, this means that they must be homozygote recessive, because they don't have the disorders, so they don't have the dominant gene.